talking about is I am not liking the market how I used to like, and the market have been, at least for this month, pretty slow, or I would say pretty fast. So what I mean by is that I appreciate when the market is ranging because this is where the opportunities are to make money. But when you have a market just completely going down and giving no retest, any sort of retest, this is where things become bad and very hard to trade. All right, so that's why you haven't seen me giving so much of the trades lately. And if you follow me from the start, you would know that I am the type of guy who prefers capital preservation over anything. So I rather make no gains, no profits this month than give you the trades which ends up losing and we are in huge red deep minus. Okay, that's not what I want. I have a strategy. I have my system. The people who follows me knows how that works. We target 8 hour every month. The goal is 8 hour every month. Once that is achieved, we stop trading. We do not try to overtrade. If that is not achieved, even if we have achieved 6 hour, I'm happy with it. If I think the market conditions are not good to achieve 8 hour or 6 hour, then I simply do not trade that much. And that is what is happening in the June. It's June, right? Yeah, that is what is happening in the June. Sorry, guys, because I just think this market is not worth trading, and there are just not enough opportunities to hit my target. That's why you are seeing the less and less trades from my side. Hope that is clear. Okay, so you guys know why I'm not doing streams, why I'm not sending the signals. You can pull up my last 6 months track record. There was only a 1 month which went red. After that, all of the months were in green and we were profitable. So if you followed me in last 6 months and TP'd exactly when I TP'd and exit when I exactly when I exited, you would be extremely profitable and your portfolio would be up easily 20 to 25%. So that's it. That is my point. Probably more than 25%. All right. So that's the thing. Now let's talk about what I am seeing on the Bitcoin next. And I would start with that I am not that much confident about it, but looking as the time goes and goes, the confluence is adding to my thesis. Okay. So if I go on a daily time frame, what I see is that Bitcoin was ranging in this monthly range. It tried to do a breakout, but it was not able to do the breakout. It did a failed auction, and we came back inside the range. All right, so that's the first thing. Now, when we did this failed auction, see what happened. We produced such huge selling because the sellers have overtaken. So the question, the answer was till this price action that sellers have overtaken the buyers till this. Okay, so now we are seeing some sort of upside. Now we have a new question: will the sellers dominance will continue or the buyers will overtake from here? This is a very important question. I will repeat: will the sellers dominance will continue or the buyers will take over from here? So that is the most important question we are witnessing right now. And looking at the price action, it seems that sellers are still dominating. This pump you are seeing is a very weak pump. You can see that we are leaving the lows and we are not printing the imbalances candles like here, or like here we print it when we do a breakout. So this is not a good sign. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we are at a huge resistance and we are currently rejecting from it. So we are of course sitting at a daily FEG. That's the first thing. The second thing, we are sitting at a point of control, a very major resistance. So these are the two things that you are looking at when it comes to the Bitcoin. You are also sitting at around zero point 0.5 level. So that is my thesis. My thing is that I am expecting that sellers will continue to dominate, and that is why I'm looking to short the Bitcoin. But again, like any plan, there should be an invalidation. So you are just not a mad dog doing anything that your gut says to do. So, of course, I have an invalidation. If Bitcoin breaks above this point of control properly, like, do you see this candle, like this dildo candle, like so strong, so powerful, so big in the volume? If the if the buyers are able to produce such candle and do a breakout of this point of control, then I would be able to shift my bias into the bullishness. Then I would at least expect the price to at least come here or at least come here. So these would be my zones to look for the shorts. These would be my zones. But if we are not able to break above the point of control and reject like how we are doing right now, then my targets would be lower. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, if you look at the macro perspective, of course, the daily time frame is still huge bearish, and even saying that we have entered in a bull market or we are going at the bottom is in, nobody knows anything. Okay, nobody knows anything. Nobody can certainly say that the bottom is in unless we do some sort of structure shift, like maybe we close above the hair, like we do something like this. Then you can say, oh, the bull market have begun, we have bottomed out. But before that, no one can say that. As long as we are in this range, nobody can certainly say that the bottom is in. We need to break above this level so we can confirm that the structure have been shifted and now we are in a bull market. But right now we are in a bear market, so the obvious thing we want to do is the short. So we want to look the most highest probability areas for the shorts, and that's what I do. Okay, you can see the trend is bearish. The trend is bearish. So my next thesis is the similar as last one. When we were here, we did accumulation, we did manipulation, and then we distributed. I am expecting the same this time as well. We accumulated, we manipulated, and now I'm expecting a distribution towards the lower, towards either the 43k or either this liquidity that we have here at the 49k. So the 50k and the 43k are the major levels that you have on this chart. You do not want to see Bitcoin breaking these levels, because if we do, oh, then God help Bitcoin. All right. But as long as we are trading above it, we are following a 4-year cycle, just like any other cycle. There is nothing to worry about. And as you see the Bitcoin below the 60k, start accumulating. That should be your goal. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Overall, I am still bearish on the Bitcoin. I'm expecting lower on the higher time frame. I am expecting lower on the lower time frame as well. I'm expecting a rejection from this point of control. We come down, and now this would be a zone of do and die. If we lose this zone, then boom, you are going lower. So this would be a very important zone to witness whether are we going to lose the 60k or not. Okay. But currently I am in a short, and if we break above the point of control, then you have bullishness and you can move to the bull side. Okay, so this POC is where you want to short. If we break above it, you want to be bull, and if we break below this level properly, then this is where you want to be perma bear. But at the moment, you do not want to be perma bear, you do not want to be perma bull, because the things are still bit unclear. You want a certain answer to the question that I just told you, that whether the seller's dominance will continue or the buyers will step in and we will go higher. Once you have the proper answer, then you can execute your major swing shorts. Okay, so that is for the Bitcoin. That is the update for the Bitcoin. Now let's look at the other assets. Let's look at the Solana. This is the plan I made for the Solana, and I want to do some iterations on this plan. Okay, so the major level for the Solana is of course this level. This level. This is very major level for Solana. You have the daily FEG around this. You have the value area low, and you have what it was called. I'm pretty sure that was Fibonacci. Yeah, and you have 0.79 around this level. So this is a very important level if you want to short the Solana. Okay, but we cannot ignore the fact that Bitcoin is at a very major level and it is rejecting from the point of control and it is showing weaknesses. So even if Solana starts to reject from current market price, it wouldn't hurt to take a short if Bitcoin decides to shit the bed, because technically Solana have given a short indicator, which is a swing failure pattern of this high, and rejection from the daily FEG. So Solana have technically given a short signal, so you can already start to look for the shorts, but it won't be as this short won't be as important short as it would have been from this level. So this is the most high confidence short, but if you do not get the opportunity to short from here, a short from current market price isn't a bad idea either. But of course you wanna prefer to short here, but there is a very high chance that you might not get this level because the Bitcoin is rejecting and it will probably shoot the bed soon. Okay, hope that made sense. And of course, if we break above the point of control on Bitcoin, then everything changes. The bias changes, and we start to look for the scalps long, intraday longs. All right. Hope that made sense. So for the Ethereum, let's look at the Ethereum major level. Yeah. So this is Ethereum. We are already sitting at a very major level. If I go on a daily time frame, this is the daily level you have here. You can see how important this daily level was, is because when we came to this daily level, the Ethereum printed almost 34% of the bounce when we came to this daily level. So of course this cannot be ignored. When we lost this and now we are retesting this, of course this just should not be ignored. And you do not just have the daily level exactly around this level, you also have the golden pocket. So, and you also have the daily FEG. So you have three confluences around this level to look for the short on the Ethereum. So that is why I am also, of course, first you have the confluence of the Bitcoin, that Bitcoin is sitting at a very major level. And then you have also have the confluence of the Ethereum, that the Ethereum is sitting at a very major level. If Ethereum breaks above this level, it also it still have a very big resistance around this level. I'm not gonna lie, this is a very big resistance. But once we break above the daily, then things will start to look bullish. It would just be this level that we would need to break, and the Ethereum would fly towards this level. Okay, but this and this is the major level, and you wanna attempt to short either this on this. But you make sure you wanna attempt to short only if Bitcoin is trading below the point of control. If Bitcoin have printed a bullish candle like this above the point of control, then you do not want to look for the shorts on any asset, not on the Solana, not on the Ethereum. Okay, hope that made sense. So these are my thoughts on all of the majors at the moment. If you have any chart requests now, do let me know. As I said, I am not interested in this market. It is not exciting me anymore that it used to. So I am just not spending that much time on it, looking at it. I'm just mostly trading the major moves at the moment, and I'm not interested in nitpicking the moves. Let me know, guys, if you have any chat requests. Particularly, I do not have any altcoin in my mind. I shared the grass trade, the grass long. I don't know what it was, where it was. Yes, it was here. You guys, it was in the Binance chart. Yeah, I'm not able to find it, but we are currently in a grass long, and I do have good hopes for it. I think I like the structure. The one coin that I can look for you, and after that I would take your chart request. But yeah, so the Tau, yeah, I was just talking about the Tau, and yeah, this is my thoughts on the Tau. Is that Tau is, I do not like how it have done a swing failure pattern at the highs. I'm not a fan of this. So for the Tau, as long as we are trading above this level, at this level, then I think Tau is good. But once we lose this level, then I think Tau can come to this level, and this is where you want to execute the short if we lose this level. Okay, so let's say Tau breaks this level, retest this, or does not retest, you enter in a short here, a stop loss, something like this, and you target this area. That would be a short for the Tau. And of course, your invalidation, once you hit the daily FEG, you move your stop loss to break even, or you reduce your stop losses. You would have to manage your trade by yourself, of course, but this is one of the potential setup that I'm looking at the Tau. I don't like how we have done the swing failure pattern, and if we lose this 4 hour level, then I think things would get ugly for the Tau. That's my overall thoughts. And this would be a very good long zone that I have marked out. I'm pretty sure there is a 4 hour supply demand, also the daily demand zone. This is where we want to look for the longs for the Tau, if we get it. Hope that makes sense. Now I'll see if you guys have any chat requests, because I do not have any particular thing to talk about. I do not wanna randomly chart the altcoin by myself and give you the signal, because this is not what I do. I mostly try to stick to the Bitcoin, and at the current market is just not for the Bitcoin, honestly. So yeah, I'm not sure what to say. Yeah, I didn't drop the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, let me just do it. I think the Bitcoin chart is pretty simple. Just remember that if you break above the point of control with the volume, this is where you want to change your bias. And if we start rejecting, and if we lose this level around 60K, this is where the things would get extremely bad for the Bitcoin. Ethereum is pretty simple, that you have two zones for the major shorts, this and this, but it implies that Bitcoin is trading below the point of control. If Bitcoin have already done the breakout above the point of control properly, then you will not really look to execute the Ethereum short, or just not to be eager to do it. Okay, so yeah, this is it for me, guys. if any specific request, I can take it. Otherwise, as I said, this was the update I wanted to provide, and this is what my current thoughts are on the market. If you guys enjoy my streams, I do this every Monday. Of course, now today is the Tuesday, but I had to change my schedule because, again, as I said, I haven't been looking at the market and I had some other obligations that I needed to take care of. But overall, yes, we do this stream every Monday, and the next stream that I will see you in is on the Thursday one around. You can look at the stream schedule for the exact time, and if you want to see my previous streams, previous recording, make sure to join the VIP so you can get access of my previous recording, especially if you like my analysis, because I have posted a lot of education content in those streams. Cheers guys, have a great day. I'll head out. Bye.